So we will be discussing about the development of endosperm. Endosperm develops from the triploid primary endosperm nucleus by mitotic division. Now, primary endosperm nucleus is triploid. We have discussed earlier. One of the male gametes in the flowering plants, in the angiosperm, one of the male gamete fuses with the definitive nucleus, which is diploid, or we can say the two polar nuclei. So as the fusion of three haploid nucleus takes place, it is a triploid nucleus. So endosperm develops from that triploid nucleus by mitotic division. Now development of endosperm begins just before the embryo development, because endosperm provides nourishment, for the development of the embryo. Endosperm is a special nutritive tissue. It is gametophytic in gymnosperms. That is, it is not developed after fertilization in gymnosperms. It is gametophytic in gymnosperms, developed before fertilization. But in flowering plant, it is a post-fertilization product. Okay. Now, the development or the formation of endosperm can be of three types. The first one, you can see here, is the free nuclear type, the free nuclear endosperm. So this type of free nuclear endosperm, it is a common type of endosperm. Now, primary endosperm nucleus, or PEN, the PEN, it divides and redivides. It divides and redivides to form large number of free nuclei. This will redivide to form large number of free nuclei, many. Okay. So, as a result, it gives rise to a multinucleate endosperm. A multinucleate endosperm. A central vacuole develops. Temporarily, a central vacuole will develop for quickening the growth of the endosperm. Wall formation or cytokinesis begins from the periphery, and it proceeds towards the center. From the periphery, from the outer part, it will start and it will proceed towards the center. Now, cytokinesis begins from the periphery and proceeds to the center, and it makes the endosperm a multicellular tissue. Okay. So, there are many examples like maize, wheat, rice, which develop in this pattern. Maize, wheat, rice, sunflower, all this develop in this pattern. Number of free nuclei formed prior to cellularization. Okay, number of free nuclei that will be formed prior to cellularization varies greatly in different species. It varies greatly. Now, in some cases, like in coconut, cytokinesis will stop prematurely. Cytokinesis, we told you, it will start from the periphery, but it will not get completed. So it will stop. It will start from the periphery and it will stop prematurely. So we can see in the coconut there is a white kernel outside, and inside we see there is the liquid. So that is a free nuclear liquid. The liquid that is there, it's the free nuclei that are present. Cell formation has not taken place because cytokinesis has not completed. Cytokinesis did not get completed. So the white kernel we see outside is the part where cytokinesis got completed, but it stopped prematurely, and inner part we see the liquid. So that this type of this type where the cytokinesis stops prematurely, we can see in coconut. Okay, now the another type is the cellular type. The next type is the cellular type. In the cellular type, cytokinesis occurs after every nuclear division. Okay, so suppose nucleus divides in the cell, the nucleus divides and then it is followed by cytokinesis. Again this will divide, forming two, it will be followed by cytokinesis. In this way, cytokinesis occurs after every nuclear division, so that the endosperm that forms is of the cellular type from the beginning itself. The last one we studied, it was in the beginning it is nuclear, then cytokinesis occurs. But in this type, the second type, which is the cellular type, cytokinesis begins from the beginning itself. Like we see in Dhatura, Petunia, in all these cases, this type of endosperm forms. And another type is the halobial type. The third type is the halobial type. In this first division of the primary endosperm nucleus, first division of the primary endosperm nucleus is followed by the cytokinesis to produce two unequal chambers. Okay, to produce two unequal chambers, one smaller, one larger. Large micropilar, larger one will form at the micropilar end, and the smaller one will form at the chalazal end. Now this will be followed by subsequent divisions which are of free nuclear type. Now only the nucleus will keep on dividing. First division is cellular type. Next, in both the cells, smaller and the larger one, free nuclear divisions will start, which are more rapid in micropilar chamber, more rapid in micropilar chamber than the chalazal one. So the chalazal chamber may degenerate or it may continue the slower growth, and later both the chambers will become cellular type. So this type of division we can see in Eremaras. This is an example. So there are three types. What are the three types of this division? Nuclear, cellular and halobial type. The nuclear type, primary endosperm nucleus undergoes repeated division and the nuclei produced gets arranged at the periphery because of a central vacuole that develops temporarily. Then cytokinesis begins from the periphery towards the center. So it is a common type you can see in rice, sunflower, etc. In coconut, what do we see in coconut? I said it starts from the periphery but prematurely it stops. So there is a central liquid which is present, which is the free nuclear endosperm. Okay. Now cellular type, here nucleus divides and every division is followed by cytokinesis. So from the beginning we see the it's a cellular type. We can see this in Dhatura, Petunia, all of this. The other one is the halobial type. First division of the nucleus is followed by cytokinesis. Two unequal cells or the chambers form up at the micropilar end, the larger one, at the chalazal end, the smaller one, and then in each of the chamber mitotic nuclear divisions occur, okay, which is then again followed by cytokinesis. So finally both the chambers become cellular.